there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing with an Ertl model, and it's the Shelby Cobra. Now this one's in a little bit of a state. I got it amongst a job lot, and to be honest, the majority of them are all being overpainted with what looks like a gold Sharpie. They had numbers drawn on them. Some of them have only got bodies, some have only got like bits and bobs, some are missing loads of pieces, but we'll get to that another day. Anyway, let's get this on the bench. So as I say, that it's been overpainted really badly. Looks like some young kids probably had it and decided to change it and make it into a rally car or something with the numbers on it, but I don't know what it is that's on it, but it's really, really greasy. Whatever it is, it's awful. So we're gonna have to say it's everywhere. We're gonna have to strip it down and give it a real good clean and strip all the paint off it and bring it back to life the way it should be. So anyway, as I was saying, yeah, it's part of a job lot. I got like wreckers with just like the body, a Sierra 4i XR4i with just the body, so I've had to like hunt down parts for them. But I've managed to do that now, and they're coming up soon, very, very soon, so keep your eye out for them. What else did I get from... I forgot, to be honest. There's that much stuff in the box I've got a job lot of, and as I say, a lot of them, it was somebody else's restorations as well, so some were partly done and some were started and botched up and this, that and the other, and they'd given up. So I've got a few projects in store, like, but they're becoming a bit of a toothache, to be honest. But we'll plod on and get them done. Anyway, back to this model anyway. So yeah, we're just going to strip this down. Let's get the base off and see what we've got. I always have trouble with these bloody screws, you know. You think it'd be easier just a case of taking these screws out and cracking on with it rather than drill everything out, but it seems to take me longer to get 2 screws out than it does to drill a bloody post out. Nope, doesn't want to go. Come on, you little bugger. This bloody paint, it's everywhere. It's like really waxy, and I don't even know what it is, to be honest. I think it's a Sharpie. I always thought Sharpies dried. I don't know what this is. It's all over me tools and everything. That's awful. Come on, surely you're gonna go now. It's like a plastic face on it as well, so I'm very wary of snapping it if I force it too much as well, you know. There we go. Finally. So a lot of the stuff's held on inside these models made by Ertl with you mushroom all the plastic over. They put the plastic parts in and mushroom them over, so it's just going to be a case of getting the hobby knife out and snipping the ends off and pushing everything out. It's not much drilling, to be honest with this. Just pop out these little bits and bobs first, get them out the way. There's not much damage on this model as well, to be honest. It's been preserved with bad looks of things, like with all this horrible bloody paint and stuff, so it's not too bad. I think the front bumper's got a little bit of a dink in it, but I like the colour. I don't know why they covered it, because that blue is lovely. But as kids, we've all done it. We're all guilty of it, so I can't complain. Whoever owned it before had fun with it. That's the main thing. So can't condemn them for that. Yeah, so it's going to get the hobby knife out and cut these little lugs off. See if you can just push a few things out with the screwdriver. No, hobby knife. Take the cover off. Start with the lights, I think. A lot of these parts actually just push through, so if I can preserve them I usually do, but some of them you do have to just nip the top of the head off and then just they fall out, and so you don't lose too much. There we go, that's them out. Cut the little headrest stroke slash roll cage, whatever you want to call it. Is it a roll bar? I don't even know what you'd call it on this type of car. Yeah, I'm just trying to cut these lugs off without causing any damage that shouldn't really be caused, you know, just trying to be careful with it. It looks like I may have to drill them bits out there. Just scraping them here just to see if it was plastic, because it looks plasticky, but I think it's actually riveted. So yeah, I'll try with another blade just in case I can get into it somehow differently, but looks like I'm going to have to drill this bit. We'll just try another blade first. Ugh, this bloody paint. Ugh, look at it, it's awful. I'm like Goldfinger. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to roll away if I'm not careful. Let's try one more time with this. Let's try this with the little blade first. See how we get on. If not, I'll get the drill out. No, it's not going to go. Looks are very deceiving. I could have sworn it was plastic. Just excuse me for a second, I'll just drill this out quickly. Nearly there. Nearly there. There's one at the back, I think, yeah. So I'll go with this. And we can crack on. Clean up this little bit of a mess before we carry on. Right, let's pop out this. interior out. Let's get the window out. There we go. Ugh, bloody paint, I tell you. Right, exhaust pipes off the sides now. Again, these have just got them little lugs. Just trying to prise them first, saves me cutting them. Hope we're going to have to cut them. Can't wait to give this model a good bloody wash, tell you. Come on, off you come. I know this is a bit boring watching it. I'd just like to take my time so I don't damage anything, you know. Just make sure we preserve everything that I possibly can from it. Come on, you little bugger, you want to come off. She is coming, slowly but surely. Come on, give up the fight, off you come. There we go, that's one. Hopefully this one will come off a little bit quicker. There we go. Finally. He says. And we're off. I think I'll leave the wheels on. It's only a plastic base and I'm gonna give it a good scrub up anyway, so save me a job. So let's see what we've got. Right, let's get all this washed up. So I've just got hot soapy water, real hot. Just wash all this wax covering off everything. Before I started this, I gave it a good soak and just to give myself a little bit of a head start with it because it was caked. There's a little bit of a damage on this, so not on a bit of super glue can't fix. So we just scrub all this. I don't even know what it is. Don't know what they put over the car after they painted it. It's like some sort of wax. Don't know. Get rid of it though. Horrible gunk. clear the interior up a touch. It's got a little bit of detail on the seats on this, like little seat belts and everything, so I'll touch them up as well. Bring the detail out in them. Let's show you it now. Just give it a little dry off. So it's like seat belts and what have you, so we'll highlight them. Just a basic quick scrub. Don't press too hard. Say the water's really hot, so I don't want to distort the frame in any way by pressing too hard on it. So clean the wheels off, and we should be ready to go with the body then. Get going on it. What else we got in here? Oh, the window. Yeah, just going to quickly clean this up. It's not that bad actually, so I'm just going to clean it up and then dry it and give it the pledge treatment and put that to one side out the way. That's all it needs doing on this. That's everything. Let's get that out the way. Right. There's that window. Let's dry this off and get this done out the way. Just one more job off the list. Get me pledge. My little tin. Yeah, it's going to come quite nice, this screen actually. Not much wrong with it. Just dab the excess off and then we'll put that away. So it's going to give it a nice little sheen on it, nice. Right, lid on. You're done, out the way. Lid on you, and you're done, out the way. Right, get the paint off finally. So I'm still low on supplies, so I've got to use the old paint stripper, which actually isn't that bad, but I'm used to a caustic soda and faster, but this does the job. So put a little bit more on than I usually would. Get through all this rubbish quicker. So I'm just going to work it in and everywhere. Give it a good coverage. And then cover this over and leave it for a while. Let the fumes help as well. And hopefully it should strip everything off. Finally get rid of this horrible gunk, whatever it is. Let's check we've got everywhere. Give it a real thick coat. I'm not even going to spread much, I'm just going to leave it as it is. Just get it covered over. Right, so it's been covered over now for a couple of hours. I've got my gloves on, so we can get stuck in properly. Let's see what we've got. At least it's coming off anyway. It's a good sign. How well, then we just have to wait and see. But let's see how we get on with it. Hopefully it's going to come off in one coating, and then we can wash it and scrub all the rest of it off and see what we're left with before we buff it up. But it seems to be coming off okay. Clean my brush off. really messy, this process. I don't really like this way of doing things. I like the cleaner option, but I've got no choice at the minute. I've just got to crack on with what I've got. So this bloody lockdown doesn't half bother you, you know. I know why they do it, but it's just so inconvenient. So hopefully things will get back to normal very, very soon. Like in England, a lot of the stuff's starting to be relaxed at the minute, but where I am in South Wales, the government are taking their own reins in their hands and saying no to the lockdown being stopped, and we've got to crack on. So you've just got to play it by ear and see what happens. But as long as everyone's staying safe, that's the main thing, I suppose. Oh, we're getting there now. Finally getting rid of all this rubbish. It's a pity because that blue is really nice. Really nice colour blue, I like that. I've got a nice little idea for the paintwork on this, so we're going to try something special with this one. Hopefully. It's got to see what the body looks like once it's cleaned off. See if we can do it. Right. I did leave it for a little bit longer, not much. Just to give it like another once over before we wash it. Get rid of the little, there was a few stubborn patches, but it wasn't a lot. So just quickly wipe this off and then we get it washed up. Get all this paint from the inside, get that out the way, gone. Best we can. The more we get off now, the less scrubbing time it's going to be, so let's hurry up and get on with it though. Get this bloody thing done. I think it's about ready for the bath now, I think. Let's get all this rubbish out the way. I'll be there all bloody day if I don't. Right, let's get all this rubbish washed off. There's more detergent and soap in this mixture than water, to be honest. Just get everything neutralised. Well, it's coming up a treat though, it's cleaning up really well. Nice, easy, quick job this. Get on to the good stuff then. Nice bit of detail on the front, and now you can see it. It's crazy how you see the model so different once everything's stripped back. You see things that you didn't notice before, even though they were quite visible. Your eye just like doesn't catch it. That's what I like about this process. When you're cleaning it down, you can actually see the model for what it is. Right, here we go. It's all cleaned up. Looks a lot better now with all that bloody horrible paint gone. A little bit of remnants underneath, but that'll be alright. Just got to dry it off now, and then we'll start burnishing. So there she is. She's all straightened up, cleaned, dried off. Nice bit of detail on the front, as you can see. It's come out really well, actually. The body's really straight on this. There's no major dinks anywhere. So we should be on for a winner. So I've got everything painted up inside, a little bit of detail on the seats with the belts. I've re-chromed the front. So there I'm just drying, and the rear bumper and the front bumper, and the little roll cage and the lights and everything else. That's all been redone. The exhaust, they're all done. It's just a case of getting this body painted up and burnished and what have you, ready for paint. So as usual, we're just going to take the rotary tool with the Scotch Brite wheel and just take all this oxidization off. So while I'm doing this, guys, I'd just like to take this time and opportunity to thank every one of my subscribers for coming back week in, week out, leaving the likes, leaving the comments and the support and the tips. Really appreciate all of you guys. I really do. I can't say it enough. And all you new subscribers that have come, and people that aren't subscribing, watching the channel regularly, I appreciate you guys too. And if you do like what you see and you're not subscribed, then please do subscribe. Show your support and press the notification bell in case you want to watch more, because you'll get notified when new videos pop up. And don't be shy, leave a comment, even if you just want to say hello. You don't have to say nothing about the video, just introduce yourself. Everyone's quite friendly, we all reply to you and say hello. So yeah, just become part of the family. No need to be shy. So anyway, we crack on with that. So I'm just, as usual, plodding on. Just cleaning the model up. Starting to make it nice and shiny and new again. Bringing out all its detail. Got some lovely lines on this car though. Really, really nice car. So take me time doing the paint work as well, getting rid of that. It really does benefit this process now. It makes this part so much easier, not having to file everything, and lots of wet and dry process with the sandpaper. It's just a case of getting the rotary tool on it and giving it a quick whiz. Getting rid of the surface rubbish and it's come out nice. I'm not looking forward to doing the paint on this actually. I think it's going to turn out okay, what I've got in mind. A long process ahead for me though, to be honest, before I can get to paint, but it's not a long process for you. The magic of editing and what have you, you know. But I've got a long process ahead of me. Let's quickly get this off the back end now and move on to the next step. Just a tad more now on the back of the boot. Or trunk, rather, for you Americans. Get around the back lights. A little bit more detail I didn't notice there, the two little lights at the back. Didn't even realise they were there. Right, get the tool away and then move on to the next step, which is going to be wire wool. 0000, really fine wire wool. As you see, it's coming up okay. Just got to give it a quick whiz with the wire wool and take it to the next level of shininess or burnishing, whichever way you want to call it. Preparation for paint. I say you don't even need a rotary tool if you're doing this and you can't afford one or you haven't got means to get one or what have you. Just get some wire wool and just put a little bit more time in, a little bit of effort, and you will get the results. You really will. Like I've done a few projects myself and I've not even used the rotary tool on it, to be honest. I've just gone straight for the wire wool. And sometimes you do even do a better job with it, to be honest, because if you get like a rubbish wire wheel and it marks your body on it, you're giving yourself more work. So sometimes it's better to go back to the old ways and a little bit of elbow grease and crack on with it that way. So hopefully you can see the differences. I'm rubbing it down with the wire wool and see what I'm talking about. I know it's a bit hard to pick up on camera. Just getting to all these nooks and crannies, and so there we go. See, it comes up really nice. There's a bit of detail on the back there with the press studs. And the lights. Yeah, it's really nice. Nice and shiny already, actually. Some lovely lines, as I say. Down the doors here, down the sills. Quick once over. And then I'll cut the camera filming off while I do the long process and get it ready for the next step, and then I'll bring it back and show you where I'm up to with it. Them nooks and crannies out the way, they're done. You sort of get lost in this. You can go on for hours and hours and hours, you know, it's crazy. I can anyway. I don't know how other guys do it, like, I don't know whether they just blitz over it or what. It becomes like an obsession for me though. So anyway, that's what you can do with it now, and it's ready to go for paint. If you wanted to just do a normal paint job on it, you're away with it, no problem whatsoever. But as I say, I'm gonna cut away now, and I'm gonna carry on a few more levels, and then I'll bring it back and show you. So anyway, after a few good hours and hours and hours and hours, this is what I end up with. As you see, a little bit of a difference, but this is going to ensure a better paint job, a real nice job. So yeah, a few hours putting into it, you can see the difference, and it does make a hell of a difference. So next time you see it, it's going to be going to cover all this up with some paint. But yeah, what a beautiful car. Turns out well up to now. I'm quite pleased with the results, to be honest. All this hard work's going to pay off. It's a big difference from what we started with, though. I daren't touch it though. It's like in the middle, I'm just touching it, but I'm terrified to touch any part of it. So let's take it to the paint booth. So here we go. So I'm just going to thinly work up layer after layer after layer. Nice thin coats of tack coats, and long process of painting. So as again, I'm just going to show you like the beginning process of what I do. Making a few passes with the paint, building the colour up, and then I'll cut away, and then I'll bring it back once it's all finished. Otherwise I'll be here honestly a long time, over an hour. It was a good hour's worth of paint job. So I didn't bore you with that. As you can see, like all that smoothness we've got and shininess we've got, the paint lays down really nice. And hopefully we'll get the effect that I'm after. Nice smooth thin coats, patiently building up the colour. Even spreads all the way around. I'm laying the paint on a little bit thicker than I normally do, but it's drying really fast, so I'm sort of getting away with it up to now, so fingers crossed it keeps going this way. But we just, as I say, just build it up slowly. Nice even layers all the way around. Make sure we cover it everywhere. Should do for the tack coat. Give it a quick once over again across the top. Make sure it's all even. A little bit there. Hit it with a bit of air. A little bit more on the back. Yep. Just a tiny bit. I should do it now, so I'm going to be cutting away from this now, guys, and getting on with it, because it does, as I say, it was over an hour of spraying. So I'll shortly be showing you a picture of what we started with, just to remind us of what we had at the beginning, and then the big reveal after. Excuse me. Just laying one last coat on it now. And then I'll leave it to dry for a while. You see, it went on really nice. It's building up nice. Nice even coverage everywhere. So here's a reminder of what we started with. horrible, shabby, over-painted with gunk. And this is what we ended up with. A beautiful paint job. Nice detail, all chromed up. Detailed lights and indicators on the back. Rear bumper, side exhaust are all done. Headlights are done, bumpers fixed. Windscreen in, re-chromed. And what a beautiful, beautiful car. So I'll leave you to enjoy this for a while, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and as I say, if you did, please press the subscribe button and like, thumbs up, leave a comment, and hopefully I will catch you again in the next one. Take care, guys. Stay safe. Bye-bye for now.